Hello dear student, very good evening. Today we are going to discuss about day 3 polity model answer. Before discussing day 3 polity model answer, let me give a small introduction about myself. Dear student, I have written 5 mains and my interview in CSE 2022, and recently we have started a daily answer writing series. In this series, it was started in 1st of July. It will continue till mid-February. In this duration, we will complete your entire GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4 syllabus along with the essay syllabus. Please do watch this video continuously so that you will understand answer writing in a proper, systematic and organized way. And try to remember that in mains, it is your answer writing, it is the quality of answer writing that is going to play important role. So please subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any discussion video. Okay, let's start discussion about the day 3. The question regarding day 3 is in the Indian Constitution, the Parliament can create a state by unilateral action. In light of above statement, discuss the process of creation of the state. Also discuss the evolution of linguistic reorganization of state in the post-independence. Okay, it is 150 words and 10 marks, and you have to write the answer in 7 minutes. Okay, dear student, I have already discussed about what are the essential ingredient or what are the parameter on which you have to write an answer. So you can refer to that in our first video. As I have discussed, in an answer you need to have introduction, body and conclusion. So let's start from introduction. Before starting this introductions, try to understand what is the core demand of the question. What happen in real exam, though you have lot of knowledge, but sometimes student tends to meet the core demand. When you are not able to meet the core demand of the question, then there is a high probability that you will not get the good marks. But on the other hand, even if you are meeting the core demand and not writing too much, till then there is a high probability that you will get good marks. So try to address the context or what is the core demand of the question. Okay? Let's find out the core demand in the Constitution of in the Indian Constitution. Parliament can create state by the unilateral action. In light of above statement, discuss the process of creation of state. So you have to show that how the Parliament can create a state unilateral action. That means Parliament can create state without taking the consent of the states. Okay, you should write in your introduction or after introduction one para. Then, but the core demand is you have to discuss the process of creation of the state. This is the core demand. You have to give first emphasis to this part is the first part of your answer. And second part, you have to also discuss the evolution of linguistic reorganization of state after independence. Okay, in second part of your answer, you will have to discuss how the linguistic reorganization of state in India is evolved over a period of time. Okay, so let's start from introduction itself. In introduction you have to write, for example, you can quote the article 3. The article 3 of Indian Constitution give power to the Parliament to alter the boundary or create a new state within the Indian Union without requiring the consent of the affected states. That is the reason Indian Constitution is called as indestructible union with a destructible state. That means under article 3, Parliament can create any state or divide any state without taking the consent of the states. For example, Telangana, during the creation of the Telangana states, union government create Telangana state without taking approval or permissions from the Andhra Pradesh. Okay? So that is the reason in our constitution it is called that indestructible union with destructible state. That means हमारा जो union है, जो इंडिया है, उसका जो एरिया है उसको अल्टर नहीं कर सकते हैं. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड जो स्टेट का बाउंड्री है, नेम है, उसको पार्लियामेंट यूनिलेटरली चेंज कर सकता है. उसके लिए स्टेट का अप्रूवल का ज़रूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. देन इन द इंट्रोडक्शन इटसेल्फ आपने फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस को एड्रेस कर दिए, जो यूनिलेटरल एक्शन ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. ठीक है, तो दैट इज द रीजन इट इज कॉल्ड इंडेस्ट्रक्टिबल यूनियन विद डिस्ट्रक्टिबल स्टेट. ठीक है. देन इन द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर आंसर यू नीड टू डिस्कस the statement, the process of creation of the state. Okay, discuss the process of creation of the state. You need to discuss how a new state the process to create a new states. ठीक है, here we have to discuss in a one by one sequence way. Initially the process typically begin with a proposal made by either house of the parliament. So to create a state you need to make a proposal, or this proposal can be in the form of a bill that outline the creation of new state. ठीक है, जैसे आपने देखे होंगे तेलंगाना, during creation of the Telangana state, a bill is introduced in the parliament for separation of Telangana from Andhra Pradesh to create a separate state. ठीक है, after introduction of bill, and one more thing, the bill can be introduced introduced upon recommendation of the parliament in India. This ensures that central government involvement and national perspective. That means before introduction of a bill in the parliament, the permission of the president is most essential. ठीक है, so first you need to take permission from the president, then you need to introduce a bill in the parliament. Okay, these are the two sequence, and third sequence is the state legislature consultation. If a bill affect an existing state area, boundary or name, president must refer it to the concerned state legislator for their view. And this protect the right and interest of the existing states. For example, if you want to create this during the creation of the Telangana state, the bill is referred to the Andhra Pradesh Assembly, and Andhra Pradesh Assembly debated, discussed, and opposed. Some also support, but it is ultimately the parliament who is authority to decide whether they are going to create the state or not. Okay, then introduction and debate. The bill is introduced in either house of the parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. If goes through the several stages of debate and scrutiny, during the member discussion, merit, implication of the proposal, proposed creation or alterations. ठीक है, then passage of the bill. After bill is passed by the both house of the parliament with a simple majority, try to remember this, with a simple majority, the member present and voting, this sent to the president for his assent, and president assent convert the bill into act. Then after that there is a implementation. Once president gives his assent, the bill became the act, and new state come into force. ठीक है, so this is the process. There is another way of representing this much answer. Instead of writing in a point format, you can write the process. For example, bill, introduction of bill, then instead of first permission of the president. Permission of the president, then introduction of bill. Then after introduction of a bill, referred to the state legislative assembly for opinion, giving opinion. ठीक है, then debate, discussion and passage in parliament. ठीक है, then president assent. Then bill will act. If you write your answer in this format, it will save lot of time and make your answer more understandable to the, or easy to the evaluator. When evaluator for it is easy for the evaluator, then you will get good marks. Okay, so you can use the process or flow chart format to represent this much. Okay, then as I have already discussed, second part of your answer, you need to discuss the evolution of linguistic reorganization of state in the post independence. After independence, how our state are reorganized on the linguistic lines. ठीक है, then started with S.K. Dhar commissions. ठीक है, after independence, government established a committee under S.K. Dhar, the investigation whether linguistic provinces were desirable, particularly in this case of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Kerala, Maharashtra. What happened after independence? There is a large number of demand from the state like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Kerala and Maharashtra for creation of the state on the linguistic lines. ठीक है, so to look into this issue, government appointed Dhar commission. ठीक है, Dhar commission को appoint किया गया, and what are the opinion of this Dhar commission? Dhar commission advocated against it because it might jeopardize national unity and present administrative challenges. क्यों ऐसे बोला गया? Because during our like post independence, we have seen the partition and communal violence, and there is a challenging task of integrating India into an union, because lot of princely states are integrated into the Union of India. So at this juncture, government or the committee, like particularly the SK Dhar committee, was not in favor of creating linguistic reorganization of state. That will lead to the further disintegration or balkanization of the country. So this is the first step. Then second step is JPB committee. After SK Dhar committee, there is a large scale protest in different part of the committee and demand for creation of the linguistic reorganization of state. So JPB committee was established. With JPB stands for Jawaharlal Nehru, then Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattavi Sitaramaya. ठीक है, to re-examine the issue. And JPB committee said that timing was not right for formation of additional provinces in 1949 report. So उनका जो रिपोर्ट आया वो क्लियरली स्टेटेड दैट दिस टाइम इज़ नॉट द राइट टाइम बिकॉज वी आर ऑलरेडी फेसिंग द इशू ऑफ communal violence, partition, and we have the task of integrating the princely state into our Union of India. So at this moment it is not feasible or it is the not right time for reorganization of state on the linguistic lines. ठीक है. Then next is formation of Andhra Pradesh. What happened after the JPB committee? The Gandhian leader Potti Siramalu started a fast and fast unto death, and unfortunately died. Because of that, it create pressure on the that is because of that there is a rioting, demonstration, hartal occur. So Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru made announcement regarding creation of the Andhra Pradesh. Because of the Gandhian leader who was on the fast unto death, and unfortunately that created pressure on the Jawaharlal Nehru to create a linguistic state. So Andhra Pradesh is the first linguistic state that is created. Then after creation of the Andhra Pradesh on the linguistic line, there is a demand from the different part of the country to create state on the similar lines. So that led to the creation of or appointment of a formation of a state reorganization committee. ठीक है. The demand for creation of a separate state on the linguistic line on other part of India was sparked by the creation of Andhra Pradesh. So there is a domino effect. Once you created the Andhra Pradesh, so other people also demand, please give us this give us a new state on the basis of linguistic. ठीक है. So because of that, state reorganization commission under the Justice Fazal Ali was established. ठीक है, to examine entire issue of structuring of the state of union and objectively and dispassionately. That means the Fazal Ali committee that is established, it will look into the issue of reorganization of state in a rational, systematic, logical way to find the real solutions. Like on the one hand we need to ensure the unity, integrity of our country. On the other hand we need to fulfill the regional aspiration, that is linguistic reorganization of the state. So Fazal Ali committee have to look into in a holistically in a broader perspective. So the majority of the linguistic principle was acknowledged by the committee. So finally the Fazal Ali committee accepted the linguistic reorganization of the state, which also suggested redrawal of the state boundary. The state reorganization committee suggestions were approved by the administration. So recommendation of the state reorganization committee was accepted by the government under the Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay. Then after that in 1956 the state reorganization act was finally approved by the legislature. It provide for creation of the 13 state and 6 centrally कंट्रोल एरिया. ठीक है, जैसे स्टेट रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट पास हुआ उसके बाद न्यू स्टेट वेर क्रिएटेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लिंग्विस्टिक लाइन्स. ठीक है, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द सेकेंड पार्ट. द सेकेंड पार्ट यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट इन अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वे. लेट मी शो यू. फर्स्ट यू कैन पुट लाइक creation of state. Here you can write here. You can use a box first like Dhar Commission, then JPB, then Fazal Ali, then State Reorganization Act. State Reorganization Act 1956. Then here you need to write the rejected. So let me write once. Creation of state. Recommendation, you can write here recommendation. Here Dhar committee, then JPB committee, then Fazal Ali, then State Reorganization Act. Then you need to write here the recommendation, okay, or final outcomes. So in this way you can save lot of time and lot of space, and it is also attractive for the examiner or evaluator to evaluate your answer, okay, because it is like this infographics or this picture is showing lot of things, so you can use this picture as well in your exam also, okay. Then after your body, as I have already discussed, you need to conclude your answers, okay. So conclusion, the linguistic reorganization of state in the post independence India reflect a dynamic interplay of political, social and administrative factors. It underscored the national journey towards accommodation of linguistic diversity within a federal framework, the balancing the regional aspiration with national unity, okay. Though on the face of it appeared that it is an demand for creation of the linguistic state, but in, if you look into deeper, there are political, social and administrative factor that is driving for creation of the state on the linguistic line. So ultimately the journey for linguistic reorganization of state with the balancing, it is based on the balancing two interests, balancing the regional aspiration with the national unity. So this is all about day 3 answer writing, dear student. If you want to get all the answer writing on a daily basis notifications, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, and in case of you have any doubt, please write in the comment box, and you can also join to our telegram for practicing daily answer writing. You can also download our application. Thank you. Bye bye.